wasn't the one that I wanted. A little bit cutty again. A bit stiff as well.
Not bad. Okay. Right. So here's what I want you to
That's
do.
quite interesting there. We haven't had that for a while.
That's looking very, very nice. Okay, could you hit this next one?
Yeah.
And when you get to the ball, hit it and stop. As if you've got like a tree in a way, and you're just going to stop.
Oh, I know that. That's easy. But half full shot.
Full shot.
I forgot to stop.
Hey. Very good.
It did sort of stop, didn't it?
Ish.
Ish, right there.
Right, and again. Very good. I want you to direct your power.
Yeah.
I want you to slam it, slam that club and that power into the ball. Not going to jam it. Great.
You're good at those shots. Those are my favourite shots.
See the difference? See how we're getting more of a... That's very good. Also as well, you'll notice how the dynamic loft is dropped.
Yeah, I haven't scooped it. So
Exactly. So when you're... What this all means is that, because it's similar to your pitching as well, because I was looking at that pitch shot quite a bit, is that you hit clears, so it's hit, drive.
Yeah.
When this clears, you go throw, and then that allows the club to pass your hands when you can't get the loft down and compress.
Can we see that from the back with the
Sure.
with the makes sense what you're saying. So that's quite a nice position there.
It's absolutely superb. Your left arm is at the same angle as your spine. Your right forearm is at the same angle as your spine. Now over the top. Well done.
Because as you say, I tend to be a little bit almost scoopage, and when Lee was trying to sort of help me, he was trying to say try and pull the hands through.
That's right.
With the chipping, as you obviously not de-lofting, but putting the hands through. And I think it's a similar sort of thing with this. As I'm hitting it, I'm doing that, and I'm de-lofting this. I'm lofting the club, and I'm losing so much distance and power.
Yeah. So by imagining that you can't let the club follow through, what's happening is the brain is going, okay, well I need to then grip it, hold onto the club tighter to stop it from releasing, and therefore get the hands in the front.
Because a lot of shots that into the wind shots that I'm sort of almost punching, then they feel quite good.
Big clue there. I think you need to feel the same. Drive it in.
See, because that for me would be a nice comfortable wind shot, like a low club-head speed shot.
The dynamic loft, 18. That's what I'm looking for. That's a superb base and palm. Well, something's changed. Even before we just talked about this, when you came in. Nice length of backswing. Your impact though. So much more forward with those hands.
Because what I feel is when I'm playing, I feel that I'm getting too much loft on the irons. Because you know me, I can hit an iron over a tree like right in front. So I feel that, and it must be because the hands are flicking at the end.
You're releasing the club head speed. You're releasing club head speed as opposed to thumping it.
Yeah.
You've got to change it.
And the impact sound is not the same.
That's right. Just stab it. No follow through.
See, that felt a lot better, and I've got a nice draw on that one as well.
That was lovely. Lovely. 19 degrees aloft. Shifted that here. Nearly. So I want the club head to stay back.
Even more, yeah.
See if this time you can hit the ball as hard as you can and stop the club there.
What sort of loft would you be expecting of? This is a 5 line.
Okay, so from about. Okay, so if we said I want 8 irons to be no more than 20. That's an 8 iron. 7 to be about 22. No, 8 iron. No, 8 iron 22. 7 iron 20. 6 iron 19. 5 iron 18.
18-ish, yeah. Because the
Or
difference between my 7 and my 8 is nothing, which shows me that I'm doing that.
completely.
It proves it.
See, so try and think about not letting the club pass the mat. Now I'm starting to see, I'm starting to get the impression there that the club is being wedged into that ball there. It's like sort of throwing a punch and just coming up short of the mark and then having to do something else. And that doesn't look like.
The divots also show, because I don't have a lot of divot really. And Stevens are like, it shows these.
He gets low dynamic lock on his.
So what was that one? 20.
That was 20. So I'm looking for that to go at 18. Okay. So try and stop the club early. That's fine. That's fine, that comes with it. Try again. Recalibrating that. So I feel like you stab and stop. Now, do you feel the weight leaning forward?
Yeah.
So the brain is trying to work out to stop and hit down, it's going slightly forward. See how, so that's just coming up short of the mark and then having to do. So I need you to really slam it and stop. It's a great exercise to time that strike. Down with the body, just down with the club. Amazing. 20. It's getting better. I like the face and palm.
Yeah, that's good.
So the next frame we want to see the club at the ball. So we're just coming up a little bit short of our target there. So you've released the power a little bit early. So we've just got to get that a little bit nearer to the ball. That's why we just got since we went a bit more loft on that. And this will, like I say, this will have an effect on your pitching as well. This isn't just for the full shots. Great drill. 17. Okay, but you got 17 by just turning the club in. Very, very sneaky there.
Look at the whip on the back there.
It's tremendous power.
Look at that second part there. You see, if I could have hit it there.
Yeah. There. If that could be, if that could be where the club is at the ball. So you're going to stab and stop.
Under the trees, my favourite
Under the
place.
tree. It's very good. So you slightly lean into it with your body to try and get that downward strike.
See, but the leg, you see the leg position is.
It's really anchored. Really anchored. And that's what I saw with the pitch shots. You know when you thin that one up, straight away it's that, just that slight early release. But to improve on it, you have to stop. So this time you're going to have no follow through. So, again.
At 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, and you've got a tree just in front of you. You have to stop. It's a big root. Don't dip. Yeah. So what's happening there is your body is trying to do the job that the arms should be doing. You're realising you have to stop, so it's going, okay, I'll drive, and we want that to drive instead. But in trying to do it, can you see how you met your target a bit more? Okay, let's try that again. So we're going to stop the club. Don't hit. So it's trying to use the ground to stop the club almost. Just short of your mark. So I want you to get the feeling that you're really driving that club into that mat, but hitting the ball.
Notice you didn't record it, so I can see where your hands were.
I need 3 arms.
And strong form at me.
Okay. Didn't go into the ground. Didn't go into the ground. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. 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 No mat contact. That's why. Look at it. You can get this. This will be fun. A challenge. A little challenge for today. See if you can get the ground to stop the club. Very interesting.
It's See, it's against the psychology of this shit, all this mud.
You're right, it is. Yes.
The psychology of this mud is catch it nice and clean.
And do you know what? This is exactly what I've seen since sort of September, October time, how guys who used to compress the ball really well are now hitting thinny, weak, high lofted ones for that reason. Yeah.
Psychology is interesting, isn't it?
It's very... Okay, so you've got to hit the mat, or hit the ball, then the mat. Use the ground to stop the mat. Okay, didn't hit the mat. You dropped it. You didn't. You might have just
Skimmed it.
Skimmed it. Okay. Right, so don't use your body height, use your arms. Drive the club into the mat. The ball. Yeah, that's the body leaning forward. It's interesting, you know what? I think that's what happens. First thing when people try and recalibrate, they start leaning into it to try and get down. It's just a slight downward motion of the body there, but hopefully the hands were better, a lot better. So, if you could, press the space bar in here, contact. If you try again.
It was a bit early.
Don't press it.
Yeah.
Just press it. Try again, just press it. Okay, that's it. Probably because it's a wireless keyboard. You see that here, and then there it was similar. There, now that's the bit where you would release it. But by having to put the brakes on to stop that club, not that I couldn't stop the club from going forward. See, I think I stopped the club there. I'm trying desperately. So in order to do that, I'm having to really tense up. Now I'm trying to stop that club from overtaking. That's what we're looking for. Just, see, it's just gone a little bit. Okay. So you need to use more of the ground to stop the club. If you try and practice one.
Don't waste a good shot with a practice one.
Right. Just up. Good. And early. Use more of the ground. Down. Good, but not down with the body. I need to hear it louder. Use the ground to stop the club. Like it's on sound. Just stuff it into the sound. You heard it. Could be 18.9. Looking pretty good. Pretty good.
That's a good position then.
So we're working on impact. Impact. That's beautiful. You see? No leakage there, was there? Didn't come short of the mark. Slam. Oh, that looks absolutely amazing. Did you feel how your body had to tighten up as soon as it went into it? Yours kind of goes free, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
so on this stuff, if you were to play today, this would be great conditions to play. because this will teach you to drive into the ground hard, catching the ball first. So again, if you do it too early,
you're going to get mud. You're going to get mud in your face.
Yeah.
Did we get that from the back? Or
We did indeed. That's
perfect.
Oh, perfect. You've been stretching.
No, just lost a bit of weight, a little bit, but not due to saying I'm losing weight now. Just
It's very different. Very, very good.
hands
there.
inside enough.
They are. And the club headers as well. Beautiful place. Oh, that I love. Right. See if we can stop that club. Slam it into the ground. Use the ground to stop the club. Let that club pass. Come up a bit short. That's power though. All that 86 miles an hour. You're probably 96 there.
We're not losing it. But how deep would you think that the divot would be? It would be quite deep, wouldn't it?
It would be a big wedge.
For Stevens are like this.
Yeah, fairly long as well. But what the aim is to use the divot to slow the club, not to try and ride through it.
Off the impact.
Yeah, just leave the club in the mat on this one. I want you to leave it in the mat. Don't let that club pass that mat. So to drive deeper, you're sensing, and that's you just need to recalibrate it. Yeah. So I want you to, instead of driving the body down, your arms. Great.
We haven't been allowed to swim with our arms for a while.
Oh, that's right. The body's working well though. Okay. Drive it into the mat and stop. Stop the club. Nearly. Closer. Better than the last one. It's not stopping early enough. And you've got hands like Titan. You can stop this club. I know you can. Just leave it in the mat. Just try and wedge it. Don't lose height. Wedge it. Better. Love it. 19.9. This looks good. This looks good. Now one more frame. Oh. Nearly.
See, when we first started, the hands would have been over there.
Exactly. They'd have been there, club head there. That was just... So on turn, practicing this drill, you'd have batted it.
And then throw the club.
Not you. You don't do that. Stay there. Okay. See if you can stop there. That was lovely. So the same now applies to pitching. So if we took, say you're 54. Okay. Now,
how far are we going?
We're going to go over this little yellow flag here. So, first thing, get spin, you need friction. The grooves are knackered. Absolutely knackered now. Yeah. And yeah. The grooves are the secret. You've got this milled face, which is perfect, but the mill here is gone. So you've lost all that. So to get spin, what's called friction control, you've lost that now. It's not your own fault, but it's just worn out. It's just worn out. So, okay. So we want, irrespective of that, we want to get the same feeling. So we want negative loft. So we want to try and get negative loft. To do that, we're going to hit down the ball. We've got to drive the club in and stop. Without flicking. So we're not trying to drop the club too low either. We're trying to hit there. We're trying to take the wedge starting underneath the ball. So it's smooth. Forward. We're going to stop that club short of that mat. So that club's going to stop short of the mat. Your first task is to drive that club into that mat. So if you're on turf, I want to see the biggest divot in the world.
In the world. That's easy for me.
Okay. After the ball.
Straight though.
It was.
See, a lot better than it was.
It's tremendous. There we go. That's what we weren't getting. We were at this point here. Your hands were back here, and your club was there.
Because that one actually felt quite good. I didn't really flick that.
No, not as much. But I want the club to stop there. I want. Okay. Okay, not bad. Came up a little bit short.
That's why it went so high.
Yeah. And I need you to hit harder into the mat. That was too skinny.
Too girly.
Too skinny, yeah.
It's going to go a bit further.
Anorexic wedge shot. That was. More. Dig deep. Stop the club. Thank you very much.
It's quite a position.
That's going to be in your iron. That's absolutely amazing. Doesn't that look beautiful? Look at that. That is brilliant. Right, so catch the ball, hit down as hard into that turf after as you can, and stop the club. Just leave it in the ground. Very good. That was nice and soft.
Was it too soft for you?
It was into the mat. Very, very gentle, caring.
Just go one frame back.
It's lovely, isn't it? Get your wrists, no breakdown. Look at that, no breakdown. That is not overtaking that. Can you feel how everything's going to tighten up though? Is that what you feel? It's different.
Because I've been very flicky because I've lost confidence, you see, and not hitting down into it sort of.
Yeah.
Just get it off.
Yep. No longer.
You want it a little bit harder, is that what you're saying?
Into the ground, yeah. To make a hole in that mat. friction. Beautiful. The shaft working. Look at that. Look at that. Gary Player that. Retty Goosen. Where that ball's popping beautifully.
Got a nice trajectory.
Oh, it certainly has. And there, I love that. The way the club is going into that mat there. Where the shaft is working there.
So if you were chipping this on the normal ground, you would have a bit of a divot, wouldn't you?
You would have a divot.
So you must go do it down the bottom there across the little patch.
Yeah, and there should be wedges. You're going to miss time a few, but those missed times need to be because you've extracted it, not.
So the follow through, will that come